See, just tell me that I am looking nice. Hello, guys. Yes, my name is Ebu, and if this is your first time I was saying my beautiful face, you are so welcome. I do videos about food, just and anything that concerns me as per it's in my channel. So today I'm going to be cooking Sunday sauce. I just came back from church, and church was as usual. See, and then I was like, I've been planning to cook this sauce for a while, but finally I have built the momentum. I have the ingredients in my house, like everything is on track to make this sauce. So I'm going to be showing you guys how I make Sunday sauce. The Sunday sauce is like sauce or stew, or in people we call it gravy, or whatever you want to make it as. See, it's throwing the whole of your kitchen in tomatoes and pepper sauces, or tomato and pepper and onions and meats, and throwing it into one pot and cooking it. You can cook it in a, what they call it, a slow cooker if you want, so you can just put everything in, which is a very good idea, and then go to church and come back and then it will be ready. However, today that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be cooking it on the fire or on the stove or whatever you want to call it, and my dear, this sauce is going to be bomb. So let's go into the kitchen and start cooking. Get ready. By the way, in fact, I'm actually looking stunning, I cannot lie. Makeup done by yours truly. See you in the kitchen very soon.
So I'm going to add some olive oil into my washed pan, and next thing I'm going to be doing is throwing in a tablespoon of butter. Yes, so I'm going to use butter and oil at the beginning of this recipe, and I'm just going to allow the butter to melt before I start adding my remaining medemedes. So guys, in my melted butter, I'm going to be adding my sausages. Yes, that's my first protein. You can use any sausage of your choice, chicken, beef, pork, any mix, any flavor, any type. See, it is what you like you should put inside this Sunday sauce. So I'm going to be cooking that until it is well done. Look at the transformation. It is getting golden brown. Just going to keep on turning that, stirring that. And when I feel that they are perfectly done, I'm going to removing them and putting them in a plate to rest. In the same pot with all my sausage juices, I'm going to be throwing in my next protein, which is meatballs. These meatballs are beef. As you know, I used chicken first, or chicken sausages. So now I'm using beef meatballs. Yes, I'm just going to be cooking that until it is slightly brown. You don't want to cook it all the way through because nobody likes dried meatballs. So take a look. See, just cook it for maximum 2 to 3 minutes. Just give it that brown, luscious coat that you want, and then take it out and let it rest with the remaining lovely sausages. You want everything to be resting before you throw it into the pot, guys. Yes, I'm just telling you, this is what you should do. Who wants to guess the next protein? Who? Yes, we have used chicken, we have used meat, and the next one is pork. You can use any proteins of your choice. See, if you do not eat certain types of meats, you can avoid them. See, the idea is just to make a lovely Sunday sauce. So I'm going to be using pork now, and see, it's still in the same pot, with still the same juices from the sausage, from the meatballs, and I seasoned my beef, my pork the night before. And if you know, you guys know that I like to season things with my garlic, my ginger, my thyme, my black pepper, my salt, all that good stuff. So I've seasoned it properly, and I'm just going to be cooking this until it is golden brown on the surface, because it's still going to enter into the sauce and finish its cooking there. Yes, guys. Yes. You can see how the pork is looking, all luscious. I'm going to be taking it out. You can see how brown is looking. Just look at the residue that has been left from the seasoning or the marinade I use while doing the pork. Like, all of this is going into the sauce. Nothing must be wasted. Yes, nothing. So guys, I'm going to be adding a tablespoon of butter, and then I'm going to be adding some oil as well. This is the only oil I'm going to be adding to this recipe while I continue to cook the sauce. So you can add as much oil or as little oil as you want. The next thing I'm going to be doing, guys, I'm going to be throwing in my chopped onions and garlic. So I've chopped onions and garlic. I'm just going to stir fry that. I'm going to add some salt. Yes, stir fry that, cook that a bit, roll it around, let it cook, let it sit well, After it has cooked, I'm going to be adding in some tomatoes and bell peppers. As you can see, the tomatoes are salad tomatoes, and I did not grind them because I wanted some chunks of tomato in my sauce. That is how Sunday sauce is meant to be. So I'm just going to cover that up and allow to cook for a few minutes. After about 2 minutes on low heat, you will notice that the tomatoes will begin to open up. They'll begin to burst, like bringing out the burst of flavor. Yes. So I'm just going to stir that around just to at least mix all the flavors. Let it touch everywhere. And then next thing I'm going to be adding is my pork. Remember that the porks were bigger chunks of meat and they need to cook longer in the sauce. I'm just going to add that in, yes, before I cover and allow to cook for another few minutes. So guys, I'm going to be opening this pot and show you some goodness. As you can see, the tomatoes are bursting into flavor. The peppers are becoming softer. The onion is clearing. See, just look at it and tell me that you don't like what you see. So the next thing I'm going to be adding is a can of tin tomatoes, or like tomatoes in sauce. So you can buy like this kind of tomatoes where there are still like lumps of tomatoes in there. If you don't have this, just blend regular tomatoes and throw it in, like the tomato pepper mix that you normally will use. I'm also going to be adding 2 jars of pasta sauce, which is like tomato, pepper, onions, garlic, ginger, all of that blended together. So I'm going to be doing 2 jars of that, and then you'll be seeing the lusciousness that this sauce is going to create. You can see how big and how juicy and how glorious this is looking. The next thing I'm going to be doing is seasoning this goodness. So if you know me, you know that I like my spices. I'm going to be using some thyme, some rosemary, some basil, some curry leaves, some crushed pepper, some black pepper, some maggi or knorr, some salt. See, just season the go. Just be seasoning until your heart is content. Like some garlic powder, some ginger powder. Just season and be happy. And then I'm going to turn that all around and I'm going to cover it and allow to cook for a few minutes. Guys, the next step is just grand. It's time to throw all your proteins in. So I'm going to put in my meat, as in the meatballs, the sausages. Yes, I'm going to turn that around and then add my onions. So I've chopped onions into like chunk sizes, and I'm going to be throwing that into this sauce as well. Turn, 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 stir, 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 and then I'm going to cover and allow to cook again for a few minutes. The sauce has been bubbling and cooking for a few minutes, and trust when I tell you that this sauce is smelling well, it's smelling, it's stuttering, he's looking. So let me just turn it and show you all the meaty goodness, all the chunks, all the hey, get ready, bring out your plates because the soup is almost ready. I've added chicken, I've added beef, I've added pork, and the last protein is prawns. Yes, guys, I'm adding some prawns. See, as I told you, I packed all my kitchen. I took all the kitchen items and I just added a few prawns, and I'm just going to stir that in and I'm going to cover it because you don't want your prawns to overcook. Please, once you add your prawns, do not cook for more than 3 minutes because remember that overcooked prawns are yucky. Guys, this sauce is already, it is almost there. It's in fact, it is there. It is there. Just look at this glorious sauce. Like, look at it. Look at all the ingredients. Look at everything popping. Look at everything looking. See, all you want to do if you're a bread person is carry a loaf of bread and take a plate. In fact, if you don't even have self-control, you will put the bread inside this pot and eat from it straight from the pot. But because we are children of God, because we have self-control, please carry your plates, bring out your plates, bring it closer to the screen. Yes, it's time to serve the family and friends. So the sauce is done. I'm going to be putting it off, and I just want to show you this goodness, this perfection, this beauty, this thing that will make you. Maybe this is the pot of soup that Esau told. In fact, let me not go there. Let me not go there. Anyway, you can see this glorious goodness. You can see the lusciousness. Yes, please don't forget to try this recipe, and I'll see all of you in my next one. Have a lovely, lovely week ahead. Bye.